Alrighty. Hello, hello, Miss Ariel. How are
Hello.
you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you making the time for me this afternoon. I really just want to go ahead and kickstart this interview. If you don't mind, tell me a little bit about your professional experience.
I do have a lot of experience in customer service, especially the call center environment. I do have a lot of experience with taking a high amount of inbound and outbound calls, as well as I do have a lot of experience in handling customer accounts and billing as well.
Beautiful. And I know that previously, because I have your resume pulled up here, Ariel, and thank you for that introduction. Um, but looking at your resume, as you mentioned, you have extensive customer service experience, primarily in call centers. So,
Yes.
for example, you worked at Epic, you've worked with Anasio Health, Crete Plumbing, and then air conditioning. So, for
Yes.
me, that shows that you're very adaptable in any environment, right? Because you work in the healthcare space and then also
Yes.
more of the construction kind of based environment. So that's amazing.
Thank you.
Now, absolutely. Now, tell me a little bit about what your day-to-day look like at Air Rescue and Air Rescue air conditioning. What did
Yeah.
it look like?
My day to day, so I would start off my day. I would handle all customer service tasks. There were dispatchers as well, so I was customer service slash dispatcher. So I was mainly handling all customer service accounts. I would handle first email, so I would respond to all emails such as Facebook leads or just customers emailing us with any concerns they have. And then I would go ahead and outbound all the calls that we missed prior during the night because our calls would go to answering machines. So I would go ahead and give those customers a call while I was in office. And then I would go ahead and schedule calls as well as I did play a part in the dispatching role as well. So I would dispatch technicians, let them know their routes, give customer calls updating their appointments or rescheduling.
That's amazing. And a lot of your day-to-day at Air Rescue sounds kind of like this role that you're applying to. So a lot of dispatching. I think you also mentioned the billing, the scheduling,
Yes.
receiving those email or even call communications. So you definitely have those transferable skills. Now, I don't want to go down the line one by one, but you've worked at more call center like environment. So
Yes.
you've been able to handle those high volume of calls. Tell
Yes.
me about that.
So for me, I actually enjoy it. I do enjoy the customer service high volume call environment only because it does make me feel like the day does go by faster. So I do have a lot of experience in taking a lot of inbound calls as well as outbounding as well.
Beautiful. And when it comes down to the calls, were they like back to back calls,
Yes.
inbound, outbound?
So it would always all depend throughout the day, but mostly it would be if there wasn't a lot of inbound calls coming in, then I definitely would have to be outbounding out. So it
Okay.
would be back to back a steady pace.
That's good. That's good that you have that skill. Because especially with this call center role, it is gonna be that more consistent calling, emailing, and dispatching and whatnot. So that's amazing. Now, you've recently, well, not recently, but you graduated high school back in 2021, as we can see, and over the last few years, you've been trying to establish yourself in a new career. Or really just a company that you can, potentially grow in. So when you think about a new company, what would be really the ideal scenario for you?
The ideal scenario for me would always be a company that's always welcoming to new people coming in, of course, positive attitude. Like I said, always most importantly for me, it would be feeling welcome and feeling safe in where I'm working at, as well as having a reliable team and having those people like a supervisor that I can rely on, I can always go to, especially if I'm having any kind of issues.
That's amazing. It's always good to have that supporting team
Yes.
behind you. I think that's where success is. So thank you for that. Now we know that you're looking for more of a team collaborative environment. How do you work? Do you work well independently at all?
Yes, yes, I work well independently, of course. I can say that I adapt very fast. So I learn pretty fast. So I'm always okay with like trusting myself and always working. But I definitely do work very good in a team environment as well.
Awesome. And thank you for sharing that information with me, Ariel. Now systems. I know you work in a few companies now. It doesn't have to be, specifically the or the company-based system, but tell me about some systems that you've used.
I've used Microsoft Office, of course, Outlook, with Acre Plumbing Air and air conditioning as well as air rescue. I as well use for both of those jobs a system called Service Titan. So I know that a lot of people do use that for dispatching and things like that. So I do have a lot of skills with Service Titan.
Amazing, amazing. I know you mentioned billing as well. Have you ever used QuickBooks at all?
No, I have not.
Okay, no worries at all. But when it comes down to the billing, was that to where you were receiving kind of the payments
Yes,
or?
yes, receiving the payment as well did go through the system of Service Titan.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Now, QuickBooks can always be trained, of course, so
Yes.
no worries on that part. Ariel, I asked you off camera if you were bilingual. You are bilingual, right?
Yes, I am.
Fluent in Spanish?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. And when were you looking to start a new position?
Immediately.
Awesome. Well,
Right.
that's amazing to hear because my client does want to have someone start right away. So that's awesome. Ariel, I want to wrap up this interview and just thank you for the time that we spent.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. If you don't mind, stick on the line with me really quickly. I want to chat with you.
Okay.
Thank you.